it's something special with the oil and gas. It becomes your second family. Some of them you can sail with for a couple of years, some maybe more. You really get to know each other, good and bad sides. Yeah, just come home safe. It's basically what you're doing, and I like to be a bigger part of and setting the standards. I was walking 10, 15, 20,000 steps a day. Now I'm maybe walking 5.
This is Engineering Pro, where we talk to engineering professionals across the world about their experiences, insights into their industries, and learn more about how the engineering world works. Today's guest is an engineer with over 20 years of experience, including demanding environments where safety, collaboration, and responsibility are key. Currently working as a HSE site manager, Espen is passionate about creating a strong working environment and a solid culture around safety in the workplace. We'll explore his career journey, his vast experience working offshore, how to balance work and life in an intense industry, and discuss how he transitioned from Norway to Denmark for his latest role. Well, thank you so much, Espen, for joining us today. Just to give our listeners a little sense of you as a person, what has your career journey looked like so far?
I started as an apprentice as AB in 07 and worked on oil and gas related shipping industry till 18, and then I jumped over to the oil rigs in Norwegian oil and gas. Before then started on shore as a HSE coordinator. And now today I'm HSE manager on a project in Denmark.
Amazing. So obviously your career journey has taken you from working on offshore vessels and rigs to your current role. What was your role like in those early days? How did you find it working offshore?
Oh, I really liked it. The rotation, having 100% off when we were home and could work when we was at work. I really appreciated it. And of course, it was exciting. It was never a day who was the same. You get to know a lot of people. You needed to learn to trust people in really short time. When working on deck on a supply vessel or anchor handler, you needed to know where your colleagues were and that would have your back if something happened. Yeah, it was really good to have one standing behind you and take care of you. Suddenly a sudden movement or something
Yeah, I guess if you're with people for such like long amounts of time, it becomes less like they're just your colleagues. Like you do have quite a good relationship with each other. Is that right?
Yeah. It becomes your second family. Some of them you can sail with for a couple of years, some maybe more. Some of them is shorter, just a couple of periods of months. So you really get to know each other, good and bad sides.
And is that helpful then? Because obviously you are away from home. Did it make it so much easier sort of having that second family?
Yeah, of course. And I'm so old/young that I remember barely the time before we sat and internet offshore on the vessels. Being out offshore for a couple of days, week without connecting to your family is hard at the start. It become like a normal and give it some years. But then it's really good to have good colleagues that you can watch a movie with or have a chat or just play board games or whatever. It's really nice.
Fabulous. I love that. And what kind of projects were you part of when you did your time offshore? Like, where did it take you in the world? What kind of things were you doing?
Oh, the first time it was North Sea. I was at Aberdeen once as an apprentice. That was fun for a young 17-year-old boy. But the rest of it was mostly North Sea. Of course, the whole coast of Norway. Had some time in the Mediterranean and one sailing down to Brazil. But Mediterranean in the wintertime that was nice. Warmer than Norway, but still not that warm that we call Spain or summer. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously you started really early. What was that like being so young and in such a, I guess, a unique environment?
In Norway, we are finishing high school around when 17, 18 years old. If you are late in the year, that's me. I'm born in November. I think it was good. Come away from home, don't have mommy and daddy following you up or at everything you do. Start learning how you have to handle life and wash your own clothes and wash your own space. I think it was really good.
Yeah, I guess it's no different than, I guess, going away to university.
Yeah, yeah. Or I would have started on the vessels first, but it's much the same.
And do you have any projects that you worked on, I guess, when you were offshore that particularly stood out to you or that were your favourites for one reason or another?
Oh, I really enjoyed my time on the West Mira. We became a really good family with good bonds and experienced a lot together. And of course, it was throughout COVID, so that also, yeah, gave us those challenges.
So I heard that you worked offshore in Africa for about 5 to 6 months. What was that like? Were there cultural differences to navigate, or was it quite an international team? Like, how was that experience?
Uh, when we first was offshore, it was an international team. Of course, we had some locals and we had some UK around the world. So it was international. I liked it. It was challenging because I'm framed in a Norwegian oil and gas standard and how we operate and how we do things. So it was a steep learning curve to adapt to the more international way. It's not no shock all over the place. So that was exciting and yeah, challenging.
And then I guess we've kind of touched on this a little bit, but obviously you've got the 1 month on, 1 month off sort of rotation pattern, and that's very unique, I guess, not in engineering, but to a lot of average people. So how do you go about maintaining work-life balance? Is it a case of when you're on the rigs, on the vessels, you're locked in, like it's just work mode, or is there still a good balance that you can get?
I have a good work-life balance offshore. I 12 hours of work and then it was off. Then you didn't think of work. I called back home. I messaged all the social media. Hang was social with the crew members. So it worked really good for me. It is a challenge for, I guess, young people coming offshore for the first time. Know they're going to be away for 4 weeks. But it goes much faster for us offshore than the people home. I'm only there for do my work and of course have our life, but the days are more or less the same. 12 hours work, 12 hours off, and then one day is gone, and then it's the next one, copy paste.
Yeah, I guess that is true. It will feel a lot longer for the people back home that are missing you and waiting for you to get back.
Yeah, they have the normal life and going to work 7.5 hours and then kids and all the daily stress back home. We are more like in a small box enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And do you think then, when you sort of first started out when you were much younger, was it a bit harder to sort of get used to, or did you kind of slot into it quite quickly with the support of the people around you?
As I remember, it was not that hard. Of course, it was hard to sleep and hard to adjust to the work and the life on board. But good colleagues, they were open. They took care of me and included me in the team almost from day one. So I don't think it was so hard. And I also lived away from home when I went to high school. So it was a little bit known also.
For anyone who is working offshore at the minute and they're sort of struggling with enjoying it to its fullest, what advice would you give to them? Like, what are the best ways to kind of claw back that balance if you are struggling a little bit when you're off for like a month at a time?
Maybe just sit down, don't think, and just enjoy the view, or enjoy the now. Don't or do something. Get the head out of the missing home, yeah, the sadness. Try to talk with people. Do something.
Obviously, you worked in offshore for a number of years and then transitioned away from that. What were sort of the key drivers in you deciding not to work in that environment anymore, or was it just a case of new opportunities?
Both. Job security in Norwegian oil and gas hasn't been the best for drilling rigs the last couple of years. It started to pick up now, I think. So I was forced to think new, see what I can do, what I'm interested in to do. The last years at Seadrill, I starting to find HSE interesting. I was a safety delegate. I was able to contribute into the HSE work on the rig. So between jobs, I found a HSE position at Kjellberg and applied, got that, and that was my start at the HSE at the onshore.
And do you think then, just off the back of that, is job security quite like a big concern for people in your industry then, especially in your region? Like, is it quite a key driver of maybe like what career decisions people are making?
Of course, job security is important. I had a lot of earlier colleagues that still are in the industry or have found something else. We all have mortgages and expenses needed to be paid. It is a topic when it's not that good times and short contracts.
Of course. Is there anything then you miss from the offshore life that you don't get now in your current role?
The nice sunsets and sunrises, new people with the third parties coming on and off, and of course the one team, like the spirit that we're going to do this job and we will do it together, not individually. I have, of course, some of that in my current job, but it's something special with the oil and gas.
You obviously made a transition. How different is your current role now to the role that you were doing previously?
Oh, that's from the totally opposite side of the alphabet. Before I could not using glasses to have to sit on doing my work. I had to order glasses because sitting in front of the computer 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, that's not good for my eyes. I was walking 10, 15, 20,000 steps a day. Now I'm maybe walking 5. And of course, now I have 6 people that I need to follow up, make sure that they are following up their duties. It's some part harder of course, for the head and the brain to have the whole responsibility. Before I could just walk around, do my job, enjoy it, and go out to bed. I may bring my job a little bit more to the bed now than I did before.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising because you'd think with the longer shifts offshore, but I guess if you're just there to do like the task that you know you need to do, it's a lot different to managing people. How has it been transitioning into a role where you do have people to look after essentially and manage?
I enjoy it. It was thrown at me almost overnight, and I like those challenges. It's a steep learning curve. Also, the get to know people, have to have the difficult conversations, and also, of course, have the all fun ones, small chats, and yeah.
And what would you say your favourite thing is about managing people? Is it nice that you can kind of delegate a bit of your work to other people, or is it just a nice rapport with the team underneath you?
I like to be a part of leading, following a group of people to achieve a target. Uh, Within HSC, we have a lot of things that we have to do from the company, and of course have to follow up from the authorities to be a part of making sure that everybody is safe and are following the rules and just come home safe. It's basically what we are doing, and I like to be a bigger part of and setting the standards with my team.
And as you said, you sort of found out a bit more about HSE, got more interested in it, and thought this is something that I want to be part of. What exactly was it?
I like the thought of influence how we are setting the standards, how we are getting to that target that everybody's coming safe home.
And I guess having so much experience that's more like practical and in the field before that, surely that's helped shape the way that you can make decisions and influence the way things go from this point.
Yeah. I have all my practical experience is brought with me into the field, and I have the eyesight to set me in the shoes of the workers. I know when we have rules that's not the most practical, that we might have to figure out and look for other solutions.
What would you say are the most challenging things about the role that you're in currently?
People who has their own will. Uh, of course, you need to cooperate with a lot of different people, and some of them is not interested in doing what we or the company is telling them to do. So the same as I love working with people, I also hate it because it is doing my job harder. But I think that is the most challenging part.
I feel like you get that in any kind of business setting. Like there's always people that are like, I want to do it this way, I want to do it this way, and it's just people butting heads the whole time. So obviously now, am I correct in thinking you're splitting your time between Denmark and Norway? Is that correct?
That's correct.
So how has that been?
Oh, that's more or less the same as I've done my whole life. It's some type of rotation. If it's 2-4 or 4-4 or 2-2, it is going away to do my work and then come back and do my work in Norway. So it's shorter, so it's better for the kids and family to be away just for 14 days. But it's the same.
So obviously you've got a lot of experience now working with lots of different kinds of teams and different kind of people. What would you say are the key principles that you have found essential for building effective teams? Like what is the best way to get the best out of the people around you?
I'm just myself. I think everything I could or would do, bring it up to the team, ask them to follow, do it. Also hear what they are coming in feedback. Yeah, for now it has worked to just be myself.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to go about it. So am I right in thinking that you have now moved over into carbon capture? How have you found that transition? Like, has it been a big change into the kind of things that you're dealing with, or is it sort of more of the same, very transferable?
It is very much transferable. Of course, in oil and gas, money isn't the biggest issue when working in renewable, and we have tighter budgets. We can feel it a little bit. I haven't felt it that much, but it's my work. It is still the same. Keeping people safe.
Working in carbon capture is very different. It is still, I guess, quite new compared to oil and gas. How do you think that the HSE practices are going to evolve and catch up as time goes on?
I think it will find its own path, just as in other construction industry or oil and gas. It will evolve. We will find our way to how we want to put the baseline and where we want to put our goals, and then we will take it from there.
So, having experienced both contractor and permanent positions, as well as different rotational patterns, what advice would you give to someone considering that they're fresh out of school or college, who's considering entering a career in the energy sector? What would be your key advice for just how they can thrive and do the best that they can?
Don't be so picky. jump on the first, not the first, but find some interesting, if it's fixed or temporary contractor openings that you can see that is something to learn from. Jump on it, then see where it takes you.
This has been Engineering Pro. Thank you so much to our guest Espen for sharing his insights with us today. If you'd like to learn more about how you can break into the energy industry or about the opportunities that are available, you can visit our website at nesfircroft.com. You can also get more content like today's episode on our channels on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and LinkedIn. Thanks for tuning in.